Okay, we're recording.
So today is the Ortelius General Meeting Working Group, December 15th. And everybody please sign in. We threw the link to the doc in the chat. Let me go ahead and share my screen.
And thank you everybody coming on a pre-holiday week. I know we're all, at least I am, starting to go, oh, I'm going to take some time off and not have meetings. I got a lot of meetings today though.
So just to give you up to speed on the architecture and marketplace side, we did talk about notifications, what that meant briefly. And so right now we're going to put notifications kind of on the back burner and focus on one of the higher prioritizations, which is part of the delivery plan that we have there, which is the component sets is what I'm calling them. We also did talk about graph databases and migrating to them down the road. We need to do some investigation on that, see what it's all about. Was there anything else on the architecture?
I have scheduled a call with Netflix, Intuit, and Armory for January 15th to go over component sets. I also posted to the Ortelius Discord channel 3 documents that the Intuit folks suggested that we take a look at. And there's one that's got an Argo CD application set proposal in it.
Yeah, I have a feeling we're going to, we may get pushed to using application sets instead of
I think we're going to too.
So, which is a shame because I think it complicates things, but
we can bring it up to them. We can at least tell them that it's complicated. It's already complicated enough to add another thing called an application, but let's hear them out anyway. Let me put the link to the one document out there right now. I didn't get a chance to look at it, but it's what they're working on. So I think it's something that we can start with, and maybe we can get that under our belt before the January 15th. So what I might do is schedule just an
internal one.
Yeah, if we look at the calendar and see when the first architecture meeting is of the new year, we should make that our topic.
Yeah, the next architecture meeting is on Christmas Eve.
So I doubt if we'll do that.
I don't know. We got a pretty motivated group here.
Yeah, but we're not doing it on Christmas Eve. Because that's late for some people in like Pakistan and India.
Yeah.
That's not fair.
So
we should go ahead and eggnog parties.
Yeah, well, if you guys want to, I'm okay with it, but I think we should cancel it and just go and give a month off. And then that would mean the January 7th, that architecture meeting will just focus on components. And the following Friday is when we'll meet with the Intuit and Netflix and Armory people. I got to see if I can bring somebody in from OpsMX too.
So you guys will have some light reading to do over Christmas then.
So here
on application sets.
I'm going to copy and put that into the doc.
Just right here, Tracy, where I put it in, just into a docs, just highlight that and make that a link.
Yeah, I'll do that. So it should be an interesting conversation, and I'm curious about what what these documents say. I'll get a chance to read them today.
And then in the marketing outreach, we did have our celebration. That went really well. We had a lot of people. I think, did you hear anything from like Tracy Miranda or any comments from the CDF side of things on our?
No, but I've heard from people like at Jenkins, and Jenkins X did a Jenkins X did a beta 3.0 release, and now they're going to have a beer and donuts party. So we may have started a trend.
Cool.
It was great to be able to see some of the people that contributed components to this historically that are now focused on other things, to hear what their perspectives were. So it was great to bring all the different periods of time of this project together.
It was really good for us too to see some of our old friends. I'm hoping that we can get Phil Gibbs. He's taking on a new job. I'm hoping we can get him to be part of the open source, and he said he would come the new year after he settles in his new job.
I kind of doing these out of order here, and forgive me, I just didn't have a chance to update this. So if there's anything I'm missing, I know I'm missing Priyajot's web form in here. Tracy, you did look into, we did talk about the reward system, and that really came out as kind of like a, best way to describe it is a tiered reward system, kind of based on, you know, what role you're doing. So if you're a developer and you're doing Git commits and pull requests, that metric would be something that we could look at. And if you're doing something like you know, training videos that we're not going to have, or just videos in general that we're not going to have like a pull request for that would be something else that we'd have a different metric for. And then the big consensus was the badges. Definitely a LinkedIn badge was one of them, and some other possible badging systems.
So more to come on that. Garima's working on it. We haven't gotten very far. She's going to work on it over the holidays. And so more to come. We're letting Garima kind of run with that, since gamification's one of her specialties. So she's going to give us some ideas on how to do that. And I did create a I renamed a group. So Ortelius does have now a LinkedIn group. It's called Ortelius Microservice Configuration Management, and there's about 300 people in it, because I've been building it up over the course of the last year. So if you guys make sure that you are part of it. Steve, could you bring it up?
Yep.
And for now, this would be a forum if you want to, you know, if there's any teaching or any lessons that you've learned or thoughts that you've had, this would be the place to do that.
The one thing is, should we post, you know, like stuff that people have done for?
Yeah, we can post anything. Absolutely. The more, the better.
Is it just an Ortelius or?
Go to your My Network and go to groups.
Is this it? No.
No, go to your My Network. Yeah, go to your My Network on the top.
You can tell how much I use LinkedIn.
And then
when I searched for Ortelius, it came up. So like maybe you just need to scroll further down.
Yeah, then go to groups.
Christy had already put me in the group, so I didn't have to add.
Yeah, I try to put everybody that.
It's slow today.
I put the link in Discord.
All right.
Okay. Steve is not.
I am not a fan of LinkedIn. It's too much for me to get my arms around.
Maybe you're not part of the group, Steve.
I may not be.
The I've
There it is.
participated in a couple of different groups. The biggest rub I've seen is that you tend to have to stay on top of it to keep people from spamming. But
Yeah.
maybe they've made the tools better for that, because I gave up on it for a couple of years just because it was so hard to keep it managed.
Well, you do have to ask to be a part of the group, so I'm trying to look at everybody's LinkedIn profile before I accept them. Yeah, groups got kind of nasty. I agree.
So we're agreeing with you, Steve. We're not fans of LinkedIn either, but it's a necessary evil, I guess.
Yeah, and it looks like just because I just joined, I can't show anything. So there's nothing out here for me.
Okay. Well,
That's all I see, which is weird.
Do we want the post to be public? Is that something we can do?
yeah, I suppose so. Yeah.
Might give people a little more incentive to join or know what it's about.
Okay. I'll make it public. I don't know why you can't see things, Steve. I have no idea what's happening there.
Like I said, this is
We
not
love
my
LinkedIn.
world. This is not my world.
Okay. I know. Somebody always posts stuff for you to make you look alive out there.
Yes, I am not alive. But there it is, we think.
That's it. And I finally figured out how to get all these documents over to the other document.
Okay.
Probably just try to refresh the page. I guess you might get it.
Oh, yeah, because I had to accept. It didn't. Yeah, I found a weird bug in Google last night. Cloud Functions, there's a logging. There it is. Awesome. You must be a tester.
Not really, but yeah, kind of.
or actually a developer. Just refresh the page. Forget about it. It works.
Yeah, true. Like works like most of the time, so that's why I asked.
Just like before. Did you reboot your Windows machine? That always fixes it.
Yeah, right. True.
Cool. And are the do we need to do anything with our videos going up to this group? Is that something that's done manually?
Yeah, everything's done manually right now. You can't really automate post to this.
Okay. All right, cool. It's live. Go back over here.
Maybe putting all the meetings up there would be overkill, but like definitely the beer and donuts thing, or some of the more highlighty things would be great to see up there too.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Yep, definitely. So I was checking to see if Parajat was on. I didn't see her. But she's been working on like a form, and somehow when it got sent to me, it was still like in edit mode. So I think I screwed it up. So I had to circle back around with her to see if it got published. I saw, Karam, were you able to actually use it this morning? Or is it still in edit mode?
Actually, I didn't do anything. So like when I opened the form, I could see some, like your name was mentioned and your, what do you say, Discord ID was mentioned. I was a bit confused, like is the form in the draft stage or something. So I didn't do anything else.
Okay.
So I just replied to that.
Okay. I'll circle back around there because that's when I started messing with it, it was like I couldn't, nothing was like active. So it looks like it's still in like draft mode. I'll circle around with her on that side. I did get through all the majority of the issues have been reorganized. And I've been trying to centralize them all under the Ortelius repo. So even if we have a like an issue for one of the other repos, I've been like the docs or something like that, I've been centralizing all the issues underneath the Ortelius repository. And we go off and refer to the other repositories and stuff like that. So you'll see like in here, I put in links to the other repo and examples and things like that as part of that process. So we'll have to cross-reference the repositories and the issues right now. Supposedly, I read that GitHub has the ability to move issues between repositories as in beta. So maybe hopefully next year, probably summertime, we'll be able to get access to that and be able to move the issues around. Also, we did have a discussion on Discord with Marky about a triage type of website that we can pull up and look at issues that we need to triage and kind of group together based on labels and tags as part of that. He said it was written in Golang, and that was about as far as I got as the details, but that's something that we should look at putting in place. Actually, here's the issue. So it just gives you an idea of what we need to look at on a weekly, monthly level. And we did talk about auto closing issues, and it kind of came to a decision amongst us that we're talking that we would hold off on auto closing issues. I know it's like stale issues and things like that. People put issues out here for a reason, and we got to make sure that we get them addressed in some way. Even if it's just going to be a not fix type of thing. It's one of my pet peeves where issues just get closed and you don't know really why, especially when you come back and start looking. When you have that same issue come up and it just gets closed and it's like somebody's ignoring it. So that we'll look at putting that in next first quarter next year, that triage dashboard. I got to get some more details from Marky on that. But I did mark, you'll see I'm starting to go through and mark what is being done at the, where it kind of loosely fits. I don't know if this is the right way to do it or if we need to start doing tags and labels and stuff like that. But I just was following somebody's previous style, so we can change that up. I'm not attached to any of this. So if anybody has a better way to organize this, let's do that. And there was one other thing on the issues. Oh, when you do your pull requests, just a reminder, make sure go to squash your local commits. If you need help with that, let me know. And we will probably start putting on a validation step to validate that the pull request has an issue with it, and that we may go ahead and do when the pull request gets closed, that the issue would get closed, because that's one of the things I'm going through manually, is cleaning up issues manually once the pull request has been closed for it. Not a big deal. We don't have that many issues out here, but it could become overwhelming down the way, so we'll need some automation on that front.
There's built-in automation for that. I'll put a link in. If you set up your pull request to say that it fixes an issue when you merge the pull request, it closes the issue.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And then, Siddharth, you brought up a thing about using something like Trello or Kanban. Can you talk about what your idea was on that?
Okay. See, important is as we progress, right now we are managing our work in the stack of GitHub or these Word phase. But the ideal best way is to see the work in a flow manner, something like your Kanban board, where you can see what work you have in stack, what you're doing, what you're not doing, what has been progress and what is not. So you get a visual representation of your work stacks and easy work management as well. So there are many ways in which it could be done. One is Trello board. Another is could be tools from Confluence or Jira sort of thing. So my proposition was if you can use Trello board or something else which the people out here can definitely recommend or suggest, open for thoughts. But definitely going forward as we are progressing, and we are progressing a bit fast now since it has come under the CDF, this whole project is we need to have visual representation of our work.
Anybody have any thoughts on which ones they found that the easiest to use for, especially with where we are right now?
I've had really good luck with Trello. I think it, does a good job of giving you enough flexibility without having so many features that people need to get a PhD course to learn the thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if where we're at in our management process, we're that worried about having the Kanban sort of thing to be able to keep track of where stuff is. But, if we want to do that, then, Trello definitely seems like a nice way to do it.
Yeah, and I think personally, I think we should target this for like first or second quarter next year to implement something as part of that process.
Do you think that we might need it for working on something like these components? Maybe that's something we can start with.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, because I don't think we're going to be doing much coding between now and the end of the year. And we'll have little stuff going on, but nothing. We don't have. I think at the beginning of next year we should really do like a launch for component sets, get everybody on the page, get all the issues created, and then actually really start focusing on some real deliverables that we're going to try to target for a release date.
So in the meantime, we'll look to see what we need to do to get our hands on Trello. And maybe we can, sometime in January, February, get it set up and get people starting to think about it.
Yeah, I wonder what the other open source groups are using, like Jenkins or Spinnaker, or even if the CDF is actually using the CDF at the higher levels, actually using something along that lines.
I can ask.
Just ask next time you're on one of your meetings if they've, because there may be like a license like the Linux Foundation has for Trello.
Yeah, I know we wouldn't be that I know we can't do. I know they don't provide tools for open source.
Yeah.
I know that for sure. I mean, we can ask for it to add to the CDF budget. Those are the kinds of things we can do. But I think that there's an open source version of it. I think.
Yeah. Siddharth, can you do some research on how we can get access to Trello?
So Trello you can use for free. The paid version gives you a couple of nice customization sort of things, and you can make some stuff prettier. But in terms of the basic functionality, you're only limited to 10 boards, but I can't see us using more than a couple of boards in the short term. So
yeah,
I mean, I think it's totally doable for free.
Okay, cool.
At least from checking their pricing page. I'll paste this in.
Yeah, I guess he's right. I guess we can use that for free for certain limited number of boards and people also. I guess I am not sure about the paid version, how beneficial it is, but for sure with the basic free version, I guess it might be beneficial.
And I'll just add to that. I've used it in several projects, several teams before, and the free version, and it's worked great for our teams.
Okay.
Very easy to use, very easy to understand.
And I'm sorry that I was typing. That was what? Is that Trello?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, true.
Okay. Yeah. And then one other last housekeeping issue. So we're starting to have trouble mapping Discord names to people. And what I'm thinking about doing is just putting an Excel spreadsheet out in the Google Docs. If everybody, unless there's objections, you'd put your Discord and your LinkedIn profile, if you have one, and your first and last name, so we can keep track of people in Discord. Does anybody have I wouldn't put emails out there, but the LinkedIn address, we could just put LinkedIn address and your Discord handle. That would be fine too.
Oh, I need GitHub address, so I'll do it right now. And you guys can.
Well, I want to make sure everybody's okay with that. For those of you on here, we have 12 people on. So, is there anybody who has a aversion to publicizing that information? Then I'd say just don't do it. But it will be easier for the team to figure out who's posting stuff on Discord when you're new. Once we see you, we know who you are. It's like, oh, okay.
No, I think that's a good idea. It's been confusing to me to try and figure out who's who, since
Yeah.
the real name doesn't show up in Discord.
Yeah. Sheets.
And if we have the LinkedIn, most of you, I think, track your LinkedIn messages. If we wanted to get a hold of you privately, we could.
So we're
Whatever reason.
thinking. Come on.
First name, last name, Discord, Git, and LinkedIn.
Discord can name without code ID. So that might be helpful.
What was that? You kind of broke up.
Siyash?
In this, you can change name without changing your Discord ID. So that name is maintained at the server level. Server can friend name.
Right. But most people, it's easier just to.
So
I don't mind. Like Tracy said, it's just the beginning for new people learning who they are.
Oh, and if you put your Twitter, let's put Twitter handle on there too.
That's what I'm doing. So let me.
Just call it social media name or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are there.
Because Ortelius should follow everybody. The Ortelius Twitter account should follow everybody. And if you put your Twitter account out there, I'll make sure to do that.
Let me see if this is going to work. Oops, wrong. I'm so used to being over there. Go away. Where's my Zoom?
You can
chat?
also create this Twitter list for the Ortelius contributors on Twitter.
Wait.
So see if you guys can get to that doc now and edit it. Should be able to.
I can.
I have no idea what my LinkedIn is. It's something weird. See, that's how much I use LinkedIn. I don't know what my LinkedIn address is.
So you all know now, if you see Steve posting in LinkedIn, it's because of his partner. Keep watching out for him. I'm like, oh, here's something Steve should post.
Hootsuite's watching out. Hootsuite's watching out for me.
Yeah.
Hootsuite does it magically. I don't know how.
Oh, wait, that's LinkedIn.
Cool. This will be a big help.
Yes, it will.
Tracy, you put it in the wrong column.
Shoot.
It's because I'm moving around at the same time on the back end.
That's LinkedIn. Oh, Twitter.
You
Duh.
put your Discord is different. But that'll be a big help. Get back to our meeting minutes. Sorry, guys. I'm just going to
How
throw
do I
that
find
in
my GitHub?
yours is Tracy Reagan.
That's what I thought.
So you'll be all set in that. Oh, we do have to, Tracy, we do need to merge the landscape today. I validated it. We just have to get in and approve it.
Oh, you mean the CDF landscape for Ortelius?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. Too many places to type.
Yeah. Okay. And then did we get a, we did talk to Owen. He was out on his farm doing work, and he's doing work over his cell phone. So he said he's going to be back to a better location, I think this next week. So he said he has it done about the website. So we'll get a demo here soon on that front. And I believe you got the dates set up for our podcast on webinar.
With the CD Foundation?
Yeah.
Yes, I do. One's January 7th and one is January 20th, I think. I'll have to look I can look on the calendar and put that in the dates.
Okay. And whoever would like to participate in either one of those, drop a note to Tracy.
Yeah, it might be fun. We could do it like a panel.
We could do, yeah, a panel. Panels are always good.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how I ended up in this document as you, Tracy. I just noticed that.
You logged in as me because you were messing with the calendar?
Oh, that's right. So Tracy's giving you all this work, not me.
Great.
Anything else that I may have missed?
I think that's it, other than everybody have a really awesome Christmas. I don't, but we are doing next week, right? Monday and Thursday, not Thursday. Wait, is next week Christmas? I'm so confused.
Next week is the week of Christmas.
Really? Jeez. Okay. So
Yeah,
we'll.
I'm going to cancel both of them for next week. I mean,
I think so.
hope that we did stuff on Thanksgiving, but the original plan was to punt for all that stuff, and I'm fine with that, really.
Let's go ahead and cancel everything for next week.
Okay.
And we'll
And
rejoin
then,
we
and
won't
also
have
the week after we have the it would be on the 29th would be our community meeting.
well, let's keep that one.
Okay. That could be a beer and donuts type of in between celebration.
We'll just keep it.
Okay, so we're going to keep the 29th, but the week of the 21st, we're going to cancel everything.
Yeah, and if there's just anything that anybody needs, if they're working on stuff over the course of the quiet 2 weeks, we'll meet on the 29th.
Steve, it's Tatiana. I'm sorry. Just wanted to quickly add that I've added another link for personas. It's about visuals. It's basically the same, the text is all the same. It's just organized in a different way. So it's easier to read.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I remember seeing that come across. Sorry, I forgot about putting it in here.
Oh,
I got it.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much for working on that. That's been a big help. And the interesting part on the personas, that it's been spilling over into the CDF world as well. The CDF is trying to figure out how they're going to target people for like the CDCon and, just general outreach. And what you guys are doing here is spilling over into their discussions, which is great.
That's great.
Okay, so we're basically taking a week off. But we won't do next week, but the following week would be the 29th. That was the general community meeting. And then the week after that would be the 4th and the 7th would be the outreach and the architecture and marketplace.
Yep. Alrighty. One last thing is the Discord. I'm working on a bot to report when a build has been completed, because a lot of you guys don't have the links like I do for the Google Cloud build pieces. You have access to it, you just don't know where they are, type of thing. So I'm working on the build bot to go ahead and push to Discord messages when we do a pull request and we get the build gets completed. We'll go ahead and post to the build bot. Christopher, I did see there was something that we wanted to change. We just want to we're looking for a channel just to throw messages or messages at, right? Is that what we need?
Yeah, I am on another Discord and it's got tons of bots and activity. And so one of the things that they've got is what they actually call their bot commands room, which we're using for info. And so we created a bot builder room, but the bot builder room is doing the same sort of thing where people could put in commands to talk to the bots and it wouldn't spam the regular rooms. And it looks like we still need to enable some of the bots in there, but at least the ranking bot works, so that's nice. And
okay, I see what you're getting at. Yeah. So
and I wanted to change the description for that room, but I don't have permissions to change the description. So if somebody can fix that, that'd be great.
Yeah, so this bot builder was the one I was using for the posting messages from Cloud Build. But I see what you're getting at, and I'll go ahead and create a new channel that will have access for people to throw commands at. That's one of the annoying things I find about Discord compared to Slack. Slack, you could talk to yourself, which I thought was great. And you could do like your own to-do lists and things like that, and your own private Slack communication. That's the one thing that's missing here, and I'll go ahead and, or Karam, can you go ahead and create a new channel out there? Something like talk to a bot channel.
Sure, like different than the bot builder, right?
It will be identical to the bot builder, just like what we've been doing here, where you go throw questions at it, your commands.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Great, thanks. And we'll just make it open to everybody that we need to throw these commands at, because we have, like you said, Christopher, we have the info page, but we need to have somewhere to actually execute those. All right, we'll get that taken care of. Anything else? Okay, perfect. Well, everybody have a good holiday, and we will be talking to you in between Christmas and New Year's.
Yes, everybody have a fabulous, safe holiday season, whatever you celebrate. I think we're almost, is Hanukkah, are we, first
We're
night, this is the last weekend, right?
yeah, it's like 3/4 of the way through.
Yeah. So whatever you celebrate, just take it easy and be safe.
And one last thing I saw in the chat was Roshan is talking about writing blogs.
Yes, absolutely. I will promise everybody that this week I will get a blog, WordPress blog add in to our website. And I think that we need to come up with a way to probably check the blogs into GitHub, and then somebody's going to have to publish them, or we'll have to figure out a way. It'd be great if we could automate that in some way. But yes, if you want to write blogs over the course of the next 2 weeks, please do. And Steve, is there a way we could just have them check them in?
Yeah, you could just create an issue and
just title it blog and then dash in the title and your name, and then I'll start posting them.
That's going to be easiest for now. So I think once we see what Owen has in place, we may be able to do that through a markdown.
That's what I'm hoping for, that we
So
can get blogs, but it may take a while, so I want to go ahead and get the blog started now. So I'm going to go ahead and add the plugin for blogs for the website, and that was on my task list for this week. So I will do that. So if you want to write blogs, please do, and just check them in, and I'll watch it. Maybe we create a repository for blogs.
We have you could use Outreach. There's
Okay.
an Outreach.
So put your blogs under the Outreach, and I will be watching for it, and I'll get them posted. And then if you do post them, and I get them posted, then I'll social network them. I'll make sure we're blasting them out. And if you do a blog, let's say a blog on any of the CDF, any discussions we're having with any of the CDF projects, like say we're doing something with Tecton, or we're doing something with Spinnaker around those component sets, and you want to write about it, then I can also post it through the CDF channel as well. So yes, thank you for bringing up blogs.
All right. Thank you, everybody, and everybody take care and stay safe. And we'll talk to you in like a week or so.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
And stay warm.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Stay
It's too cold.
inside. Stay inside.
The bad part is it isn't that cold. It's like maybe 28 out, but
Oh, it's not that cold.
but we're having 25-mile-an-hour winds, which brings down the wind chill to about 10. So it's just a windy day here in New Mexico, which it makes it so freaking cold.
Yes. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.